Have you ever wondered what it's like to fly the one and only low-cost carrier of the Netherlands? Then join me on my 4-hour Transavia flight from Amsterdam, the Netherlands to Heraklion, Greece on the brand new Airbus A321 NEO. In this video, we take a look in Transavia's latest addition to the fleet, their A321 NEO. We see beautiful Crete Island from above, and we get to experience Transavia economy class on a medium haul flight. So my journey started right here at Schiphol International Airport in Amsterdam, the Netherlands. And this was a very early morning, so it was pretty quiet around the airport. So we were actually with a group of 5 people because we had a wedding in Greece, and we already checked in through the Transavia app, which you can do 30 hours in advance. So after using the self-check-in luggage counter, we quickly passed security. And it's also good to know that for when you fly Transavia with a small suitcase as cabin luggage, you do have to book this separately from the booking, as they only allow you to have a small bag on board. But this is to be expected with being a low-cost carrier, of course. So after having a nice breakfast and a coffee with a nice view of the runway, it was now time to head to our gate. The gate was actually quite busy, but because we had booked some cabin luggage, we were actually allowed to board the plane as one of the first people. So that was quite nice, so that you have a guaranteed place for your luggage. So there it is, our airplane of today, the Airbus A321 NEO, delivered new to Transavia in 2024. So Transavia actually used to be a full Boeing carrier with only Boeing 737s, but recently they made the change to Airbus, and they're going to phase out the old Boeings in the next couple of years. So, and it's actually quite cool to see that when you're boarding at Transavia, you actually see a welcome sign in all different languages that they fly to, including Greek, as you can see right here. Stepping into this A321 NEO, you immediately see the difference in cabin lighting in comparison to the 737. And of course, the whole interior is new, so everything looks super new and nice. And after a quick safety demonstration, it was already time to take off from Amsterdam airport and on our way to Greece.
Everything's collected on your boarding hold. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for your information, during takeoff and landing we will dim the cabin lights due to standard safety procedures and final reading lights in the panel above your head.
So the new Airbus A321 NEO is a very quiet plane, and also the takeoff was just super smooth in comparison to the older 737, and it's just a very refined experience. And luckily for us, the plane was not as full as we thought it would have been, and we were actually able to get one row of seats for the 3 of us, which was really nice, so we could all have our own row of seats, including a window, which is very nice. Alright, and now let's take a look into what Transavia economy class has to offer. So let's start off with the seats, and this is actually something that I'm very happy about. After flying a lot of Asian low-cost carriers, the amount of leg space with Transavia is just insane in comparison to those. And about the seats in general, I can be very positive. You do not have a recline, of course, being a low-cost carrier, but they are relatively comfortable, and also they come with a very nice tray table with a small lip to put your smartphone or your tablet on for you to enjoy your own media, as you don't have your own media screen, which is just a very nice feature that I wish every airline would have. This year, Transavia celebrates 6 years of flying, from its very first flight in 1965 to becoming one of Europe's most loved low-cost carriers. Founded in Rotterdam, it started with just one single aircraft and a simple goal to make air travel more accessible to everyone. In the early days, Transavia operated charter flights to sunny destinations around the Mediterranean, carrying Dutch holidaymakers to Spain, Italy and Greece. By the 1970s, the airline moved its base to Amsterdam Schiphol and quickly became one of the leading leisure carriers in Europe. In 2003, it became part of the Air France KLM group, gaining international strength while keeping its Dutch unique character. Today, Transavia operates a modern fleet of Boeing 737s and A321neos, connecting millions of passengers across Europe and beyond. Alright, so with Transavia being a low-cost carrier, you do not have any complimentary food or drinks, but they do have a very nice paid menu. And since I've been flying Transavia all of my life, I have a tradition of always taking good noodles on board, and this time it was no exception. And they also have a in-flight store where you can buy all kinds of merchandise of Transavia, which is pretty nice. And so the toilet in particular is pretty noteworthy, as there are actually bird sounds coming from the ceiling, I guess to make you relax. Pretty cool. And then after 3 hours of flying, we already arrived into Greek airspace and we could see the outlines of the beautiful island of Crete. Alright, so welcome to Greece and welcome to the beautiful island of Crete, the place where I'll be staying for 1 week for a very nice wedding.
I'd like to say goodbye to you now. We hope you enjoyed your flight with us and we look forward to seeing you on board again soon. I wish you a nice day or a safe journey. Thank you for flying Transavia and goodbye.
Alright, so what is it like to fly on the Dutch low-cost carrier of Transavia? Well, for starters, being a low-cost carrier, don't expect too much. And I think with that mindset, you'll be quite surprised of how much of a journey it will be. The crew is super professional. They are also really fast. If you ordered something from the menu, And all in all, this was just a super smooth flight. Also thanks to the new Airbus A321, which is just a super smooth and quiet plane to be in. All in all, if you have a short haul flight within Europe, then Transavia should definitely be on your list. Alright, so with that being said, thank you guys again for watching to one of my videos, and if you like more of my content, then please consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Ciao!